What is going on, boys? Look, I scheduled it and I immediately hit live. I scheduled it. Usually I schedule it. I follow around a little bit. Next thing you know, I'm 5 minutes late. I scheduled it and I hit live immediately. Look, that's six minutes early, basically. I really need to pump out a video tonight that I should have been working on today, but I had some shit going on today. And we'll see what I end up doing. But man, we had a great interview with Dana White. Dana's doing a lot of media right now. We got a great interview with Dana where she actually pressed him. And Dana looked like a fucking clown. And it was stupendous, boys. It was stupendous. So I might do that video tomorrow. But I may do it tonight. It's still relatively early. I should have been on here like an hour ago. But man, it was good to see Dana pushed back on, especially by a non-MMA media member. A non-MMA media member. So we got that to talk about. We got UFC Noche coming up. We have the White House Dana White Grift being unveiled piece by piece. Good times. Good times, good times, good times. I'm going to be right about the Dana White House stuff. Dude, it's crazy to me. Oh my God. I knew this shit was going to happen. I knew this shit. This made me not even want to stream. Come on, dude. I would never celebrate anyone's death ever. It'll be on a very rare occasion, okay? But basically never. What's up, Joey? What's up? Sup? Come on, this is what we're going to talk about. Some political guy. Like, I don't want to talk about that. What's up, big boy? When you drop another video exposing someone? Maybe tonight. Maybe tonight. Maybe tomorrow. One or the other. Yeah, chill with the celebration talk. All right, chill with the celebration talk. It's just crazy. I don't know. Well, I'll speak on it briefly, but then we're just moving on because I don't even. I'm not about that life. Okay. Thank you, Poverty Pat, for the 99 cents. Thank you, Poverty Pat. Tiramisu Tuesday. Thank you for the 199. Don't spend it all in one place. Appreciate it. Appreciate the 190. I will not spend it all in one place. It's crazy how dudes just show up swarming the chat with shit like this. Celebration stream is crazy. Let's leave the politics out of here. I'll briefly discuss it and then we'll just go back to MMA discussion, hopefully. But I mean, this is going to be like the Rafa Jackson shit all over again, man. It's going to be the Rafa Jackson shit all over again. I just know it. I just fucking know it. But it is what it is. We just got to ignore it. Okay, where are we at? What's with politics coming into MMA? This is the world we're living in now, I guess. Raja still on the loose? Yeah. I haven't heard any charges pressed against him. This supposed to be our place to escape all the political shit. Sean Strickland genuinely lost his kind. You guys give him what he wants. You guys give Strickland what he wants. He wants the attention. You want the attention. That's what he wants. Strickland says shit because he wants the attention. I didn't even watch the video. I just know he's a weirdo. I seen like someone quoting it. Anyway. All right. Jean Silva got KO'd. You wouldn't celebrate Hitler's death. Sure. Whatever, dude. Damn. People think Joe would celebrate because he's exposed weird right-wing grifting fighters. People are dumb. Listen, I'll touch on it just because I'm not scared of nobody. Maybe I got a hot take. Maybe I don't have a hot take. I'm really not sure. I'm such a weird individual. I don't know if what I'm about to say, I don't even know what I'm about to say. I don't know if it's going to be a hot take or it's not going to be a hot take. I don't know if I'm going to get death threats or I'm going to get cheered or I'm going to get complained about or people are going to cry some more like my spot on take about Rafa Jackson. But here it is, boys. I'll offer it up to you right in the beginning. This is the weekly live chat, boys. Why do we got to discuss this shit? Why do we got to bring the heat? You guys are just egging me on. Dude said hot take so I can renew my membership. It's not, I don't think it's a hot take, but sometimes I don't think I have a hot take, and then all of a sudden it's considered a hot take. Joey Loki is kind of crazy how Bryce was having success early on the feed against Jean. His lack of output is kind of concerning. He was just playing with his food. That's my take. I'm getting ready to clip choose your words wisely. All right, listen, here's my take on the whole political shit. First off, people are like, oh, yeah, man. Yeah, man, let's celebrate. Let's celebration stream. Dude is dead. First off, I barely even know who this motherfucker is. I've seen a little bit here and there. I know that he's kind of like a right-wing grifter mouthpiece type. I've seen recently him talk, like some clip that went viral, him talking about Taylor Swift. I saw that. But for the most part, I don't really know this motherfucker, okay? I know just a little bit. And now some people have swarmed me with, he said this, and I've seen shit. Basically, everything I've learned about this dude, I learned about him today, basically. That's a bit of oversimplification. Nobody, okay? I just don't think it's the right thing to do. Should ever be celebrating somebody's death, okay? They should never be partying, and I just don't, as a human, I don't feel like it's the right thing to do regardless. Like, even sick individuals, disgusting individuals, weird individuals, at one point, they were probably victims, you know, or they had something wrong with them. So in a way, I just, that can't be me. That can't be me. But at the same time, as I say that, right? And now some people are going to be like, you're scared to, you're sitting on the fence or this or that. At the same time, when I see an individual espouse nothing but hate, okay? And I'm not saying that was necessarily this guy, but I've seen a lot of that type of shit. Am I supposed to cry crocodile tears? People die every fucking day. I know people are going to say somehow I'm cheerleading. I'm not cheerleading anyone's death. I don't want to see anyone die. I don't even barely know who this guy is. But am I going to come on here and be like, yeah, this is a really sad motherfuckers die every day. Every fucking day, motherfuckers are dying. You know, people are going to bring up Palestine. People are dying over there. There's people dying in America every day. There's people dying because they can't get access to medication. There's people dying because they get in car accidents. There's people dying because they get shot every fucking day. Every day. So you want me to, like, am I supposed to have some type of funeral for somebody I don't know? I don't understand. Like, I feel like it's just disingenuous. I feel like it's disingenuous. Like, I'm supposed to cry about somebody I don't know and pretend like, oh yeah, man, what is, like, nobody should be killed. It's sickening. And here's where the hot take comes in. And this is where I'm going to end the comment on this. The motherfucker's outraged at a dude getting assassinated, right? They're, oh my God, this is so senseless. This is so disgusting. This is so reprehensible. I got to compose myself because this is the weekly live chat. These people are retweeting a graphic video of the man dying, pretending like they care. They are essentially trying to profit of clout off of a gruesome murder that was on video. And they're acting like they're so upset. Like, oh my God, let's have a moment of silence Well, I repost a video of a graphic man's murder so I can get views and clicks. I really don't fuck with that. I really don't fuck with that. So to sum it up, I would never celebrate someone's death. But at the end of the day, someone who I don't know, who is some weird political grifter who has said a lot of, like, I'm supposed to cry crocodile tears over a dude I never met when people die every fucking day. Every day. You know how many people died today in a car accident? You know how many people were murdered today? Like, I don't get it. Just because he's famous, I'm supposed to, like, clutch my pearls in sympathy online just so people think I'm a good person? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Someone explain it. Someone explain it. And that's kind of where I'll end it. I gave you guys right off jump. Again, I'm not celebrating, nor am I crying crocodile tears for a man that I never met, a man that I don't know, a man that I've seen say a lot of crazy shit. And fuck the people reposting the video. I mean, do you know how despicable that is? And I'm not even talking about for him. He's dead. He's never going to see that shit. He's gone. That motherfucker's gone. I knew from the first second I seen that shit. Disgusting, by the way. You're reposting a video for clicks and views while pretending you're so devastated and upset. It's fake. It's pearl clutching. It's an embarrassment. I'd rather just say, look, it is what it is. It is what it is. What am I supposed to do? Like, and the people dick suck in politics, man. It's pathetic. It's sad that we live in a world where people are so obsessed with politics. And it's only going to, I already know it's only going to get worse. I've seen in my replies, it's only going to get worse. And that's about it. That's all I got for you boys. I hope you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. CJ, thank you for the $6.99 Canadian. Regardless of anyone's political views, their kids don't deserve to be left without a father, especially since they witnessed the whole thing. There you go. Okay. Okay. But I know someone's somehow going to misconstrue everything I said, but it is what it is. But nothing we can do. We can just talk about MMA. All right, where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Thank you for becoming a beta shill, Munjin. Where nobody would step to these. Stop. Just stop. Prates versus Edwards. Who takes the dubs? It wouldn't surprise me if Edwards takes the dub. Please tell me you've seen some of the tweets I have. Yeah, there was a school shooting today as well, and it's crazy. Like, nobody's even talking about that shit. Nobody's even talking about that shit. Look, I tweeted out one banger. I tweeted out twice about the situation. And I tweeted out, and that's kind of what I stand by. So, it is what it is. I just need to know. It's crazy. I'll tell you this right now. I don't know if they're going to catch that motherfucker. They didn't catch a motherfucker yet. And you, ooh, I actually got to cover something that really fucking, I saw something today that had me fucking enraged. Let me read this to you. Let me read this to you. Let me read this shit to you. I bookmarked this shit so I could just see about this later. So apparently, I don't know who this guy is. Okay, Commissioner Utah Department of Public Safety. I'm just gonna read you the quote that I have here. We did have a suspect in custody, but he was released after we identified that he was not an accurate person of interest. However, he has been booked into county jail for obstruction of justice. I'm seething over that. So you arrested a man, you wrongly arrested a man for murder, and when he's rightfully probably like, what the fuck? Why are you arresting me? Get the fuck off, get your hands off me. Now you're going to book him for obstruction of justice. That's an embarrassment. I'm being dead ass. That's an embarrassment. Fuck this dude. I don't know who this dude is. Bo Mason, Commissioner of Utah Department of Public Safety. Fuck him. Fuck all the police officers that is charging an innocent man because you arrested him without cause and maybe he said some mean things to you. Because that's what police do a lot of times. If they try to accuse you of doing some wrongdoing, and then you're vindicated, they're like, oh, well, obstruction of justice. It's just a catch-all. It's just a catch-all. I've had it happen. So that's a disgrace. Fuck all them dudes. Fuck any clowns that think that. I mean, think about that. We had a suspect in custody. He was released after we identified that he was not an accurate person of interest. However, he has been booked in a county jail for obstruction of justice. Think about the mental fucking anguish you given that man. He's getting arrested right as there's a shooting going on. He's looking around like, what the fuck is going on around here? You watch someone get murdered right in front of him. Next thing you know, he's getting slammed to the ground and cuffed up. And then they're like, okay, well, you're not the right guy, but we're going to arrest you for something else. That's fucking ridiculous. That is ridiculous, and that's disgusting, and that's just disrespectful. And I don't care what the guy did, as long as he's not the actual shooter, which they say he's not. You apologize and just say, you're free to go, sir. I'm sorry about that. It was a high, tense situation. But no, these motherfuckers got their, egos like the referees have. They're like, no, respect my daughter. They said, let me arrest the oldest motherfucker. Let me arrest a Larry David looking motherfucker. And then when we're wrong, instead of apologizing to him and telling him we're wrong, we're going to book him for something else. I mean, I don't know if you guys seen that shit, but that shit really grinded my gears. I was pissed when I saw that. That really pissed me off. I bookmarked that shit. Like, what? But anyway, there you guys go. You guys got like 5-10 minutes of that. So there you go. Anywho. Let's talk MMA. Fact, Kyle. Luke was trying hard not to celebrate in a vid about... Dudes are doing... Is this what MMA content is now? I know he has a political channel. Maybe he did it on that. Okay, he did a political video. Okay, it's not on MMA channel. I'm currently donating the ultimate poverty dono of $0. Thank you. Probably a Colby Covington fan. Wouldn't shock me. I told you right now. One of my buddies texted me about this and was saying, oh, they don't have nobody yet. I said, look, I'm going to bet right now it's got to be a middle-aged to not older. It's got to be like a 30 to 55-year-old white male. 100%. I could stereotype that one. I could smell that one a mile away. I don't know what the reason is. A lot of people are saying political views, most likely political views, but we'll see. We'll see. I think it could be more than meets the eye. That's all I'll say on that. Hold up. Thank you, Money Mace, for the $14.99 Australian. It's crazy how no one will talk about a school shooting. All the people do online is virtue signal. Rip to the people who die every day. We are all human, celebrity or not. Facts. And it's sad. I mean, I'm honestly, when I see shit like this, and I find out, oh, this person died, or that person, someone died in a flood, or someone died in a tornado, or someone got shot, I'm like, oh, man, I hate even seeing the shit. But it's like, it just disgusts me when people use celebrity death as a way to like throw out like all this shit. Chase, thank you for the $4.99. This might be the funniest day in Twitter history. I don't know about that. It can't be, okay, who did it? There aren't any of us in Utah. Look, it wouldn't shock me. I got to be honest. It would not shock me if it has something to do with the Middle East. I'll just say that. I'm not throwing out a conspiracy theory. I think it's definitely some deranged weirdo. But it could be. I know there's a lot of right-wingers that aren't supportive of the war in the Middle East. And from what I understand, from what I've heard, I'm not educated on this topic. From what I heard, this dude's very heavily supportive of that. And maybe some motherfuckers like, you know what? I'm not a big fan of this anymore. I'm going to get him. So, 30 to 55, middle to late age white male. Probably served in the military at some point in time. Would be my guess. Would be my guess. I love you, man. I swear. Thank you. That's why I love this motherfucker. They got an old man. They threw down Larry David. It's crazy. Who's going to watch Canelo Crawford? I don't know. I might. 20 vids about this incoming from Jesse on fire. Oh, my God. That dude loves rapists, so wouldn't surprise me. Did you see the Derek Moneyberg black belt controversy? I've heard a little bit about it, but I haven't really paid attention to it. What did Dana get confronted about? Fighter pay. Fighter pay. Dana did an interview with like this local PBS journalist, and they straight up called him out. They straight up called him out. Oh my God. I get on Twitter for 1 second. I've seen this shit again. I'm done. All right, I'm just going to kind of jump down a bit. Yeah, Joey, looks like, okay. I have a feeling that guy's never getting caught. But maybe I'm wrong. To be fair, the amount of chaos is hard to think clearly. The video was, yeah. Why are they holding some innocent old man down while the real killer got away? Bad decision making, I guess. Put in the Boston crowd for being a crowd dude. Looked like he was 70s. I hope he's okay. Dana White got confronted by a journalist. I might do a video. Please don't let politics hijack the stream. You're right, bro. I'm done with that. Thank you again, Money Mace, for the $14.99. Thank you, Chase, for the $4.99. Anyway. All right. Wearing all black. There's video footage of him running after the shots. Okay. You think Jean Silva beats Volk Laverne Murphy if he gets a shot? Yes. I think Jean Silva beats Volk right now. I think Jean Silva beats Volk right fucking now. You said Chelsea on his UFC show. He's pushing for Armin to get a title shot, which is against what the UFC wants. I don't know. I don't know why that would be. Maybe he has a friend. Chase, thank you for the $4.99. That guy has talked ish about everyone who isn't a right-wing white guy. It literally could be anyone in the world. I got a gut feeling I know what it is. We'll just talk about this at a later date. So, gotta peep, be right back. What they say to Dana? So Dana was like, no, nobody does their research on fighter pay. Nobody does their research on fighter pay. And the woman was like, well, you guys don't disclose fighter pay. So how are we supposed to do our research? And he was like, well, there's got to be some commissions that do it. Well, why don't the commissions do it? I don't know. You'd have to ask them. Well, how are we supposed to do research if you guys hide it from us? You bet the UFC is going to honor the guy? You think so? That's a little bit weird, don't you think? I can't stand Chael Sonnen. He tried so hard to defend the UFC for what they did to Francis. True. Don't let him bully your son. Dana was caught off guard with that question. Yeah, she was pushing him. She was like, and then he was like, you got to ask them. Body. He was like, she was like, okay, well, what did Dricus du Plessis make in the main event against Hamzat Chimaev? And he was like, well, you'd have to ask them. I'm not going to tell you. I might do a video on it after this. Hold on. Excuse me. You really think the UFC is going to show promos? I mean, this is just getting weird. Thank you for the $1.99 though. Appreciate you, Scott. Huzaifa, thank you for the 199. I'm picking Lopez, pure heart choice. You're going to be wrong. What I don't understand is how come Usyk and Canelo make hundreds of millions for one fight when their socials and boxing social media is nowhere close to the UFC. It has to be money laundering. No, because the UFC only wants to share 10% of their revenue. 15% of their revenue. That's why. Like, you do realize, right? The UFC is getting a ridiculous amount of money per pay-per-view. Sponsors, contracts with like the, Venom with the fight kits, the Octagon sponsors, the on-air sponsors, everything under the sun. And then on top of that, ticket sales within the arena, and pay-per-views. So you have to realize, like, think about this. Think about this. Let's say Ilia Topuria sells 500,000 pay-per-view buys, which is probably how much he sells. People act like he's a megastar. 500,000 is pretty good. At $80 a pop, that's $40 million. They have a distribution deal with every company under the sun. So they're making, we don't even know how much money the UFC is making. They're making money hand over fist for even a shittier card. They're making like 30 million probably. I think it's 25 million now, just based off the Paramount deal. I think it's 25 million per event they're making, regardless of the quality of event. How much are they paying to the fighters? Less than $1 million on some cards, I bet. So the money's there. The UFC just doesn't care to pay it. Even the Apex cards are bringing in good money. And people are like, oh, these shit fighters, they don't sell any pay-per-views. Yeah, but they fill spots where they put ads and get airtime, and they sell that content. So that's what it is. How many pay-per-view buys do you think 319 got? If I had to guess, I'd say like 600,000. That's what I think. So you got to realize, we don't know the true number, but they could be making 50 million per event, and they're paying out less than $1 million. Now, granted, they're taking on the expenses. Payroll and production are only expenses as well, aside from interest investing in PIs. That's their only expense. The fighters get 18% of revenue per event. Probably less, bro. I said this before. I'll say it again. Everyone says I'm a Conor McGregor hater. I think Conor McGregor is the most underpaid fighter of all time. I think Conor's the most underpaid fighter of all time. And I mean that. You guys have no idea how much money he was raking in. Huzaifa Hamzat equals #1 pay-per-view star. I agree he's up there, man. I think he probably did about 600, which is a really good number nowadays. Pay-per-view sales aren't doing well. I think that would be the biggest pay-per-view of the year. The UFC could afford to pay for their fighters' flights to and from the location they're fighting at. I don't know to what extent they do pay. Thank you for the multiple 199s, Huzaifa. Do you think if some fighters got a ton of money, that would cause fighters to get a big fight and then just never fight again? It's possible. But look at Floyd Mayweather. Dude's still milking the audience. Dude's still milking the audience. Why is everyone so butthurt over fighter pay? Don't sign the contract. Yeah, but the UFC has manipulated the market to basically have a monopoly and sign people into hostage-like contracts. Like there's no other choice. Who do you see DDP fighting next? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure, to be quite honest. I'm not really quite sure, my friend. You think it's because Floyd's bad with money? Now, I think he realizes he can grift fans and grift companies out of their money. That's it. I think it's a more likely scenario if fighter pays goes up. There are going to be situations where UFC is stalling fighters out so they won't be that active. It's very possible the UFC would do that. But also, imagine fighter pay went up so substantially. How many more people do you think would be, fuck it, I'm going to try my hand at this? Bilal Muhammad sells actually decently, bro. Sells decently. He sells about the same amount as Colby. He sells about the same amount as Colby. Damn, Huzaifa just dropping 199 after 199 after 199 after 199 after 199. Thank you, Huzaifa. Remember when Umar was supposed to fight Merab? Everyone was bringing up Merab and crying Umar didn't deserve it, even though he's the most interesting matchup for Merab. Now for Imavov, Merab don't matter. Oh, I know, dude. The hypocritical crowd is insane. The hypocritical crowd is insane, and they don't even realize it. No way people mention Colby sales in 2025. Probably do. Damn, dude. I've seen what you just sent me, Landon. People are really mad about that. That's crazy, bro. That is absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane. What I posed there was a great question. What I posed there was a really good question on Twitter, but thank you for sending me that, Landon. I don't think it's obvious he's an idiot. Okay. I mean, dude, he gets so much money. I think he's just grifting away. I don't think he's great with money, but I think he's just got so much. He just keeps hoarding it. Why wouldn't he? Dude, he's literally scamming people, and they're basically happy to be scammed. I remember when people used to tell me, Kobe's a star, man. Colby's a star. Let me see something real quick. Sorry, boys. Damn. Anyway, damn. Robin, Bilal and Colby would sell less than 200 pay-per-view buys combined? Nope. No, sirree. Not true. Not true. Not true. But thank you to the 199. Who's safe? Is there any chance UFC forces Colby to fight Gary? I don't think so. It's possible, but I really don't think so. And I think, honestly, fighting Colby at this point, I think it's really beneath Gary at this point. I think it's beneath him. I think it's beneath him. So, why would Gary fight bummy ass Colby? Where's Colby at in the rankings? He better not be in the top 10 anymore. Please tell me he fell out of the top 10. Watch him be like number 9. He's number 10. Gary's number 6. Yeah, why would Colby deserve that fight off of what? When's the last time Colby got a win? Jorge Masvidal, UFC 272. Lots who just started watching MMA probably don't even know who Colby is. Facts. Anyone who said Colby Starr was simply brain dead. Used to be a hot topic around here. Joe, I wonder who's the bigger star, Ank or Ilya? Ilya, for sure. But Ank is more of a star than people realize. Who's Zafa testing out the $9.99? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. For a person like Floyd, more money is worse because he will continue to leverage the cash to buy more dumb shit. He has a mental, emotional problem with spending, so more money will lead to more debt, 100%. So you're saying he's like one of those fake rich guys? Is that what you're saying? I don't know, man. I haven't paid enough attention. I don't know. I haven't paid enough attention to Floyd. I just think he's like easy money, easy money, easy money, easy money, easy money. That's all I can think about. He's like, I can get easy money, and I'm gonna continue to do it. But thank you for the night, dude. Josefa going a little bit wild tonight, dude. Might even drop a 20 tonight. But he does look like, from what everything I've seen, it looks like he does spend a bit extravagantly. Give me Michael Morales, Colby Covington. I don't think Colby would take that fight. Colby's such a bitch, man. He's going to pray for, like, dude was recently begging for, dude was calling out Patty and Gilbert. 20's too rich for your blood. Fair enough. Gotta spend money to make money, I guess so. Link the interview. It's on PBS. Search PBS. Dana White, PBS. Joey, if I'm not mistaken, Colby headlined UFC 272 because Volk and Max 3 got canceled. Max got injured. Otherwise, his ass wouldn't headline a pay-per-view ever. Well, he headlined it against Usman, but I get what you're saying. Usman was the A side there. I want to see Muslim Salikov versus Colby. Muslim would probably win. Who you got, Azamat Mirzakhanov or Alexander Rakic? I'm going to say Mirzakhanov. Rakic has bad fight IQ. I like Morales Buckley as well, but I'd rather see Cole. I remember when motherfuckers were telling me Buckley would beat Gary. How hilarious is that? You know what Gary would do to him? Damn, I don't know why my eye is itching. Colby did put up good fights against Usman despite losing both. Pathetic to say that's his biggest accomplishment. That's a fact. His biggest accomplishment was getting beat on by Usman. Exactly, bro. Buckley was so damn overrated. I was never even worried for Gary in that matchup. Me either. I think he would have got a highlight reel KO too. Colby's 100% sitting out until the bummiest fighter comes around with a favorable matchup for him. It's almost been 10 months and he hasn't seen a potential opponent yet. He's a bum. I know. I just hope the UFC doesn't give it to him. Yeah, we've seen he's got talent down by Usman. Surprised people didn't complain and say the fight was boring, though. They did. Nah, they did when Usman beat up Jorge the first time. A lot of people complained about that one. He clinched too much. He foot stomped too much. That's what they did. Over and over. But it is what it is. I'm glad Usman is still elite. I don't know that. I think Usman's on the decline, but he's still decent. Damn. He take Buckley to a decision? Who would? Gary? Nah. UFC needs to give Colby the money fight right here against MMA Joey. You think Rakic or Azamat beat Pereira? Dude, it wouldn't shock me if Rakic beat Pereira. If he had a little bit of fight IQ. Was it me or Buckley ain't that good? Buckley's not that good. He's decent, but he's not that good. Jay Prates really has horrible mindset. He's already thinking about retiring in a few years and wants to fight Gary for the belt. Gary on a full camp most likely finishes him easily. Dude, Gary really put the works on him. Put the mittens on him. Really did. It's crazy to me. I think the winner of Rocket Azamat runs through Khalil or Alex. Azamat's actually underrated, I think, at this point. For his actual skill level, I think he's a bit underrated. Prates sleeps Gary if they ever fight again. Yeah, I heard that the first time around. Let me go look at Tapology picks real quick. I still can't believe Huzaifa's going with Lopez. When was that? When it was before that. Right before that, right? April. Let's go see the pick ratio on that. 51% pick Prates. 51% pick Prates. I knew it was an easy fight for Gary. How good would it have been if Ilya would have stayed at featherweight? We could have seen Jean versus Ilya. I know it would have been nice. Strickland posted the most retarded thing I ever seen. Don't even give Strickland the attention, bro. He's a bum. He says edgy shit looking for attention. That's it. That's literally it. Gary was off the couch, gassed, and shot a sloppy takedown. Exactly. By the way, I'm picking Lopez as well. The Fighting Nerds hype train has officially come to an end. I'll finally get a pick right against you. You will not, Landon. Remind me of your comment on Saturday. You will not be right, bro. It's a horrible pick. Lopez is overrated. Ian schooled him and people were glazing Prates for being more fresh, even though Gary took it on short notice. How can you get tired when you don't throw that much while Gary's throwing crazy volume? Dude, Gary put on a masterclass performance. I wish I could rewatch that, but unfortunately I can't. Who do you think, Bekzak Almahan or Alessandre Topuria? Are they actually fighting each other, or you just come up with that matchup? But yeah, Gary was off the couch, and they were like, he almost got finished. He didn't almost get finished. He didn't almost get finished. Don't tell anyone, but I still don't know what a 4570 is. As long as I can go into a Walmart and not be recognized, I'll be all right. That's all I care for. Let me just go into a Walmart with, damn. Without being recognized. If you know, you know. Bro, why does Silva cry 24/7? No idea. Haven't really been paying attention to him. I just still can't believe people were picking Bryce Mitchell to beat him. Prates almost finished Gary. Flash KO'd him. No, he didn't. Wasn't even close to that. Dude really said, don't tell anyone. Joe, I have a question. Why is it so bummy around here? I don't know. You tell me, man. Huzaifa came in here, did all the heavy lifting, and then it got really bummy. It got really fucking bummy around here, man. I'm just scraping by in September with no big events. I'm just scraping by here. It's extra bummy. Bro, these MMA journalists really don't have lives. I remember at the presser they were asking Holland about fighting for the title before his D-Rod fight where he shit the bed. I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're all bums. Huzaifa's still on his knees begging for more. What do you think about Dana's character in the UFCs as well? What do you mean specifically? His character, like overall? Like, is he a good person? Is that what you're asking? Just imagine if a ref like Mark Otter call off Gary Prato's fight right when Gary got dropped. We'd never hear the end of it by Prato's Glazers. Oh, I know. That fight should have never even been close to getting stopped. But Goddard could have fucked up and done it. Joey, predict the whole card of MSG. Dana's the embodiment of Mr. Krabs, basically. The whole card of MSG, bro. You're asking for a lot, Landon. You're asking for a lot. But I'll just go through it real quick. Mahashev, Shevchenko, Blanchfield, Edwards, Barber, if she shows up. There you go. Predict the whole main card of MSG. Not the whole, I said main. Yeah, that's what it's listed as main for Tapology. That's what's listed. I just went through every card that was listed as main. Every fight. How do you perceive the organization? Kind of fly by night. Kind of not professional. Beksak and Taporia is confirmed. Who do you got? That's a tough matchup, bro. That's a tough matchup. I'll say Taporia, though. No way they're having Blanchfield in the main card of MSG. Blanchfield's a Dana White pet. Can't wait till October, bro. Your prediction videos and watch along, post-fight, and live streams are already lit, but October's full of bangers. I'm glad you're looking forward to it, Chad. I'm glad you're looking forward to it, man. Imagine if Perth loses the main event. Oh, God. Volk Almeida, Loki think Almeida embarrasses him? Probably. Probably out-grapples him. Macy Barber's one of the most overrated women's fighters in the UFC. Why does UFC shove her down a third? Dana's always liked her. I don't know if she gave Dana a BJ or something at some point in time. Dana glazes her, has been glazing her for years. He was taken up for her when she robbed Andrea Lee. Which, think about what a bummy win that is in retrospect anyway. And she robbed her. And Dana was like, yeah, she won clearly. But yeah, if Perth loses his main event, who's the lady that fainted? Don't tell me it's Macy Barber. Yeah. She's the one that like fainted backstage or whatever. I don't even necessarily believe that. I don't even believe that, man. But Macy Barber has always been a Dana White pet. Like a Sage Northcutt. Like a Paige Van Zandt at one point in time. Like a Ronda Rousey at one point in time. Like a Conor McGregor at one point in time. Wonder if what happens today affects the White House card at all. The White House card is a grift, bro. It's a grift. It's not happening in any way, shape, or form the way you think it's going to happen. The date has already changed, and there's not even really going to be a crowd, allegedly. They're setting up screens at a park in D.C. Dana White said that in an interview today. So, it's Fight Island all over again. Some version of events will happen, but it's not going to be what was promised. It's not on the 4th. Nope. And Dana says the majority of fans will be at a park with screens. They'll set up screens at a park. Pretty soon the event is going to be at the park. So they can we want the fans to actually be there live. But yeah, the UFC as a whole, fly-by-night company. Dana White comes off as Mr. Krabs. And yeah. Yuri by Flash KO over Khalil. Wouldn't shock me. That sounds amazing. Park and TV together. Pumped. Yeah, I'm gonna go out there. Like usual with Dana, like the Africa thing too, the boxing thing, now the White House thing. The Must Zuck thing as well. Guys, if you could do me a favor and like the stream, I would greatly appreciate it. I've already been live for an hour. 39 likes. That's really, really bummy. If you guys could like the stream and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We should do a member meetup. Camille, you didn't even bother going to UFC 319. I was there. Silva might pass Murphy for the title. Finally, something I enjoy today. And may talk. On the bright side, it'll be pretty cool to see an outdoor UFC event. I wanted to fight Island to be on the beach, like how they were doing false advertising. I still think it's going to end up being in like Capital One Arena, if I had to guess. Joe, I wonder after Ank KOs Pereira this time, will the Pereira wash narratives begin? Yes. Yeah, he's supposed to be the GOAT for beating Bumtree last year. Have you talked about the embedded? What about the embedded? Do you think Farid Basharat will go far in the bantamweight division? No. He'll be like a fringe top 15 guy, maybe crack into the top 15 for a little while and then wash out. Is Rockers the most overrated fighter of all time? 0-3 versus elite light heavyweights. Hasn't got a win in 4 years, and his best win is Anthony Smith, Washington, Thiago Santos. No, because I don't think anyone thinks he's that crazy good, but he actually is decent. It's crazy. Dude was whooping up on Yuri. Dude was starting to beat Jan. You guys don't start liking these streams, I will clap cheeks. We got a lot of hate watchers right now. I lived through 319 with your beautiful voice and you hating fucked up. I can't believe you didn't go to the event, Camille. Loki, I think Amavov is the toughest challenge for Hamza. I think Hamza beats the shit out of Fluffy. I agree. If Amavov can keep it standing... If a Mavov can keep it standing, you know how tough that will be for Hamzat. I'm not saying that he will. Rockets did better against Hank than Alex. That's true. That's true. Hold up. Wait a minute. Damn. All right. Dean Thomas really said the Dagestani aura is dying. What a weirdo. Honestly, why can't Movsar and Murphy both fight for the title and then Silva versus Lopez winner fight Aljo? Should be. It's annoying, man. It should be Movsar next. But it doesn't seem like they're going to do it. Hamza Ank at 205 just joined and got you to 40. Don't even tell me, bro. Get an extra bummy. We get a bummy month and everyone just dips out? UFC barely covered Noche because they put together a card so disgustingly bad they don't even want to look at it. I know. Toporia's brother has a fight. Do you glaze Ariel sometimes? No, but I defend him when he's right. I'm not mad at it since Murphy's not completely undeserving, but I'd still rather not. Yeah, but beating Aaron Pico, since when does that earn you a title shot? Beating up a bummy Bellator fighter that's overhyped because of his wrestling credentials. Since when does that get you a title shot? Allegedly, Alessandre has a fight. Allegedly. I haven't seen it myself. Someone else said that. Nobody wanted to go with me. I asked you and you said no. I thought you were hanging out at the restaurant or some shit. I thought you had a whole crew. What do you think wins Aaron Pico or Kevin of Alejos and why? I don't even know. I don't even know. I'll say Vallejos via brutal KO. Joey's the only reason Yair vs. Volk didn't happen is because it got, yeah. It's because the pay-per-view got canceled for Noche. If it was a pay-per-view tomorrow or this weekend, it would be Volk versus Yair for the featherweight title. Pico's a goat, bro. I'm a fake wannabe hardcore. I'm the only one calling this shit out. I'm the real hardcore around here. Who called Tybura versus Delia? Who called it? You tell me who called it, my friend. Pico versus Ige to build Pico back up. Ige's on the way out, I think. I don't see Pico's his ass. DDP made millions of dollars against Hamza. It's crazy. That doesn't help our sport any bit. I don't know that he did. I don't know how much he made. Dana hates DDP. Pico did look nasty. I was worried for Murphy in the first minute, thinking, oh shit, this MMA hardcore fans are right. Then he realized he has no defense. Pico was a victim of his own hype because he went out there and trying to put on like a hype up performance. Like had he went out there and really mowed down Murphy with one of those big ass shots, he would have got hype. It's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword. Watch the interview with the girl. She exposed Dana on the spot. I'm going to do a video on it. Dana is allergic to promoting grappling heavy fights. What grappling heavy fight are we talking about here? Dude, I forgot Chandler was teasing the Sphere. I've never seen you chat about fighter. What your stance on that? Fighter pay? I've talked about it on countless occasions. It's disgustingly low for the amount of money the UFC makes. It's disgustingly low. The UFC wants to keep a strong arm on it, though. That's it. Chandler needs to go to WWE. Dude, WWE doesn't even want him. He wouldn't dare talk to Joey the way he speaks to Ariel. Where I come from, that constitutes an ass whooping. Pico was trying to pull a Chandler and entertain rather than try to pull in a win. Dude was walking forward with his chin down, ripping shots. Had he been able to... had he got it done, man, the hype would have been unbelievable. They would have said he's the GOAT. He's unbelievable. He's gonna do this, gonna do that. What do you think about title eliminator against the New Bloods? 170 regarding Prates Morales, the winner versus Gary for Shavkat fight for the belt. I mean, sounds all well and good, but we already got fights booked. Prates is fighting Leon. Let Gary and Morales, I guess. Or Brady. Brady's the fight I want to say. Yeah, I don't think Pico ever looked bad. You need to do another video of Ariel giving Blumpkins to the fighters on his show. Dude said Blumpkins. I haven't heard Blumpkins in a long time. I haven't heard about a Blumpkin in a long while. Clearly being sarcastic still fucked up. You didn't want to go with me though, just saying. I had to do the stream, man. The stream was important. I wanted to go, believe me. The stream was important, my friend. I wonder what really happened in Bilal Pod episode. You think Usman really cried? I don't know if he actually cried tears, but he was definitely like really butthurt, and it was really obvious he was upset. And so, Gary wants title, bro. Only way Brady, but I understand he just needs UFC's word too risky. This is Movsar versus Lopez all over again with Gary getting skipped over for a title for a guy he already beat in Protez. If Protez gets a... Dude, why? The thing is, I don't know. I wanted Gary to get Leon. That's what I wanted. That would have made a lot of sense. I keep sinking down in my chair. It's actually annoying. It's like you just slowly slide no matter what you do. How I'd matchmake welterweight. I showed some ladies a picture of Joey's and they thought he was a 10. I know I am. Gary smokes Leon. Gary 100% deserved Leon matchup more than Protez. I know, it's annoying, man. What the hell? What is it UFC got against Gary, man? What do they got against Gary? Gary was the backup, man. I thought he should get a title shot if he's the backup. Gary beats the shit out of Leon. Should 100% do a video on the Dana interview? I probably will. Gable's going into MMA. Awesome. I don't care about these NCAA wrestlers getting into MMA. Most of the time, they aren't built for it. I'm really rooting for Lopez this weekend. How annoying is Jean Silva? I don't know. I really haven't paid attention. If Bo gets subbed by Rodolfo, what will be your reaction? I don't know. I'd laugh my ass off, but I don't know what my reaction would be. Joey, how shameful was it Michael Chandler for glazing the UFC Paramount deal? He's going to make the same money or less. Chandler is really quite the embarrassment. I don't know why watching Leon Edwards lose is funny as hell. That Brady fight was gold. He got fucked, man. He was supposed to fight JDM. Gary can't fight Shavkat again, and they are talking to Shavkat versus Brady, so that leaves Gary stuck with no matchups. I fear they may have him stepping into a fight down again. I hope not, man. So, I hope not. I really do. I hope they give him a big fight next. I don't know. I think it should be Brady. Wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Vallejos fights Jean Silva for the belt someday. Dude, you do realize live viewership is depending on news, right? You know that, right? It was all-time highs 2 weeks ago. And now around average, and you're just trying to talk shit, I guess. I don't know. JDM would beat Leon, but Brady wrecked him. That's true. Bilal that fought JDM faces Usman. Dude, Bilal beats Usman. 100% Brady beats... Bilal beats Usman. Kai is a solid MMA fighter, not just pure jiu-jitsu fighter. Okay. Never heard of him. So Brady versus Gary Morales, Buckley. Who would you have Shavkat fight? I don't... Let me look up the rankings and I'll tell you who I would match up. So we have Islam versus JDM. I would book Bilal versus Usman. Sean Brady versus Gary. Shavkat's kind of left out in the dust, huh? Because Leon's fighting Protez. Shavkat versus Joaquin Buckley or Michael Morales. Shavkat Colby, man. Give Colby give Shavkat an easy warm-up fight. Shavkat Colby, man. Shavkat's been injured for a bit. How many wins will we have to admit Usman was... How many wins till we admit Usman was a welterweight GOAT? I don't know. Stream was fire. Great night. Favorite Taco Bell item? I don't really eat Taco Bell. Bilal Usman sounds like a fun fight. It does. It really does. But Usman doesn't want it, man. Openly said he doesn't want it. That's the truth. Good take. I agree. Shavkat in a really weird spot. He is. Yeah, because the wrestling canceled each other out on the feet. Bilal is smooth. People underrate him so much. Check JDM's face after that match if you don't think Usman could, because that's much. Dude, Bilal would look like a world-class boxer against Usman. Shavkat would murder Colby in the octagon. That's a stylistic nightmare. I would love to see Shavkat versus Colby. Just give Shavkat a warm-up. He's been out for a bit. Why not give him a warm-up? Why not? I guarantee Usman's never going to fight Bilal. It seems like it. It seems like he doesn't want the fight. It's annoying. It's annoying as hell. I'd like to see Cade Rolotolo in the UFC. One is a few great guys that would be also in the UFC. John Haggerty beats the hell out of Sugar if he ever comes to the UFC. Yeah, I've watched a couple of his fights. He's nasty. Shavkat versus Morales, 2 undefeateds. I wouldn't mind that. The division's kind of in a weird spot right now. Remember when Ty was eating Taco Bell before his fight? Yes, I do. And then he got... Wasn't that before the Tybura fight? Wasn't that before the Tybura fight? And Bilal would have been underdog and Shavkat would have made so much money. He would have beat Shavkat. Usman's scared to lose to his worst enemy. That's why I know. He'll be forced to release the interview as part of a fight promo. He's scared as hell of that. He could just say no, I guess. We deleted it. We deleted it. That's what he would say. We accidentally deleted the interview. We don't have it anymore. And everyone would be like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Usman is scared to lose to his... Okay. Ty KO'd Lewis, and Lewis would murk him in a rematch? Probably. Ty's dog shit. I've been telling you guys that forever. I'm sure Henry got a price. Also, I've noticed it's like the UFC isn't fond of grudge matches. He lost after the Taco Bell. Dude, even the way he beat Derek Lewis was kind of a shit Derek Lewis. I can't lie. I used to hate on Bilal because my friends did. Then I started really listening to you and started watching with my own eyes, and he's honestly one of my guys now. I don't know how people think Bilal's boring, man. It actually drives me nuts. He's not boring. That's what annoys me. If you don't want to like him because of his personality or something, fair enough. Supposedly we're getting Cop Rival in December. Yeah, supposedly. Cop never shows up for a fucking fight. Cop never shows up for a damn fight. Joe, do you think Shavkat takedown defense is great after seeing Gary taking his back? I think it's decent. Yeah, a lot of people hated on Bilal. There's a lot of people who told me Cop is extremely good. He just never shows up. According to who, man? He cheated in both of his best wins. Brutally cheated to get finishes in his best wins. Carlos Barza is more entertaining than Bilal. Okay. I'm telling you, most people don't like Bilal because most people are casuals, or they don't like Bilal because of who he is. I want more grudge matches. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind it. But I don't know. I feel like the UFC doesn't really try to put on the fights fans want to see anyway. Ty was already whooping Asu and Silva before the eye. It doesn't matter, bro. He cheated to get horrible wins. Not even great wins. Brutally cheated, too. If you can't see that that's the truth, I don't know what to tell you. Armin Hooker rumored for Qatar. I seen that. And Dana promotes who he wants. Dana basically handpicks dudes he thinks will be big names, and he just gets behind them no matter what instead of actually promoting anyone. He should be promoting Ank. He should be promoting Marab. But he doesn't. He's like, oh, no, I got to promote Sean O'Malley because, man, he's got edgy hair. He's got edgy fucking hair, man. He smokes weed. He's got tube socks. Dana already said they're doing a boxing contender series. Doesn't surprise me. Does not fucking surprise me. Dana's getting McMullen because he's one of Sean and Tim's guys. Yeah, Dana handpicks guys like he already anoints them, and then he just tries to get behind it. I was a big casual, but I got really sick of having basically on home rest for 2 years because my body failing me. Fell back in love with the UFC and found this channel around the same time. You're a goat, Joey. Why were you on home rest? What were you sick with? If you don't want to answer, just don't. That's crazy, bro. But I'm glad you found the channel. But I get it, man. At some point, everyone's a casual. Aljo has green hair. Dana never promoted him. Thinks because he's black. I don't know. You really think that shit about the gambling debt ain't the dumbass a billionaire or close to it? It wouldn't shock me. I don't know. I don't know what the truth is behind it. It's probably just a misunderstanding or something. Probably just a misunderstanding, if I had to guess. I don't think it's blatantly fake. But it's hard to say. I guess only time will tell. Damn. I swear sometimes sitting in front of these bright lights, I think my eyes start to get like fucked up a little bit. So I gotta rub these eyes. Ilya says, okay, Crawford with one punch. Get some sun. You know, I do have. I don't know where I put them. I do have some blue filter glasses. Let me change my settings on here. Because it is annoying, man, after a bit of time, it's like your eyes start to get fucked up. I think it's from staring at screens too much, honestly. Staring at screens too much, sitting too much. Getting bummy likes on live streams, getting extra bummy around here. Excuse me. Getting real extra bummy around here. Crazy. Let's see something. You have type 1 diabetes and it causes a lot of organ and nerve damage from my toes and eyes and a few other issues going on. I have CT scan Friday. I'm glad I have your channel to occupy me. Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy. I hope everything works out, bro. I hope everything works out. That's wild. I didn't expect it to be that serious. I thought you like broke a leg or something. Even though it doesn't, I thought you were like rehabbing an ACL tear. That's wild, bro. I hope everything works out. Hope you get it under control. Yeah, hope the scans turn out to be good. I watched your prediction video and I agree with almost all of them except the last one. I don't know why I have a gut feeling Lopez will get it done in fashion. Well, you, my friend, are going to be wrong. You, my friend, are going to be wrong, and wrong again. Yuri and Roundtree's a banger. Yeah, unless Pereira pulls out and that fight gets canceled, which may very well happen. Diego, it's going to be on... Diego, it's going to be absolutely depressed after Saturday. Come on, bro. Don't be saying that shit. I got large pizza on it. On what? Tony, I expect a I expect a $30 bomb when Silva wins. I don't know what I'm gonna offer up. On Lopez, fool. I realized that after I said it. Who wants to smoke? Robin, you don't have any smoke, bro. Stop pretending. Huzaifa's Huzaifa's always Huzaifa with the 199. I love that Diego Lopez learned English legend. Did he? I didn't know that. How good is he at speaking English? If that happens, they would put Yuri Ank. Oh boy, probably. Huzaifa's a soy boy. Robin. I'm done. I'm over here getting distracted reading shit one line. Anyway, thank you, Huzaifa, for the 199. I didn't even know Diego spoke like fluent English. I know he speaks some. Thank you, Robin, for the 199. Huzaifa's a soy boy. Dude's fluent now. Pretty sure Aaron's roughly your tweet. He hates Muslim fighter on a show today. When was that? Them fight. Give me a timestamp on that. I don't believe that, but you read so many comments, you forget the question, your answer sometimes. But no, I'm down. If Lopez wins, I'll hit you with a nice one. It ain't gambling because if Lopez wins, I don't want anything. There you go. I'll give you extra credit for it, for getting it right. But I know I got that one locked in. What did he say, Pope? I think you're making it up, but what did he say? Just tell me in chat before you go look for it. I'm curious. Silva under 2.5 is the play. Who watches Ariel in 2025 is my question. I guess some people do, man. He does have good interviews. Does Lopez have any chance against Silva? Yeah, he has chance, but I think he's massively overrated. I'm waiting on some juicy, interesting videos for you to post. Maybe I'll get one out tonight. It's still early. I got one that I can bang out that I've kind of been tentatively working on. I could do it. It's supposed to be a handshake. The dogs will be barking on this shit card. It does suck. The card isn't that good. It does kind of suck. Arrow's still interviewing Goat. Be real peeps. Thank you for the 199, Huzefa. Thank you. Apex level card this Saturday. It is kind of bummy, man. It is kind of bummy, I gotta admit. Outside the main event, it's just super bummy. There's nothing. I mean, it's not. There's some compelling matchups on the card. But yeah, I get what you mean. For UFC Noche, like that was supposed to be like a big card. Yeah. Arrow still goated. 11 minutes in. I'll be commentating Saturday, so I can only see Diego Lopes, Jean Silva. Is the event you're commentating going to be over by then? 11 minutes into Aerial show. Is that 11 minutes is what you're saying? Pope? Let's see if you're full of shit. I guess I got to go to his live. Dude got into it. It will be over by the co-main. I like watching Aerial some days, depending on if Pat McAfee is boring or not. But Thursdays, the Boys in the Back is a pretty good weekly episode. Okay, I'll check it out real quick. Let me take a look. Maybe, maybe not. I don't care. Let's hope this actually works now. For some reason, I have a little switch that switches it to my headphones, and it's not been working right lately. Let's see if it works.
I don't know.
Nope, it comes through my headphones. Didn't come through my headphones somehow. So now I got to go into manually settings, system, sound, focus right. All right, let's listen. Okay. All right. He might be. I don't know, bro. Yeah, but you said the Paris card bailed him out. Dude, he was definitely. You're actually right. He was definitely referencing it. But, dude, he shows the bias so often. It's unreal, man. Scoring the fight for Pereira. Shooting the arrows beforehand. I mean, and he's saying the crowd at Paris bailed him out. It was an exciting fight, bro. You should have been saying it's an exciting fight. He's worthy of a title shot. You know? It is what it is. But he definitely was. You're actually right. I thought you were lying. I thought you were lying for sure. This is the dude who was campaigning for Conor McGregor to get a title shot over Bilal Muhammad. That's the truth. That's the God honest truth. He was campaigning for it. It's the truth. Oh, it was definitely about my tweet. I'm sure others have said something though. But he definitely saw that shit. But I maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm putting too much stock in it. But if he can't realize that he's crazy biased saying the dumbest shit, promoting Conor McGregor to get a title shot over Bilal Muhammad, I only got one explanation for that. So, saying you scored it for Pereira over Ankalaev, I only got one explanation for that. Ariel was asking Corey Anderson who wins the rematch between Alex and Ank. Corey said Ankalaev without a doubt, and it looked like he broke poor Ariel's little heart. Yeah, Ariel's very emotional. A very emotional man. What is up, Fries? Fries decided to tune in. But Huzaifa, thank you again for the multiple 199s, bro. And I'm glad you'll be able to see the main event. I'm glad you're commentating on a night that's not the best card overall. I'm glad. Damn, chat died off. What is going on around here? Chat died off. Getting extra bummy. I didn't realize it was going to be like this. At all. Excuse me. You be streaming the stream too early these days? I need after dark streams. I mix it in. Joe used to give Ariel the benefit of the doubt, but now he sees Ariel for who he really is. Joey is one of us. Listen, I'm just saying some of the shit that he does, man, there's just only a certain explanation for me. There really is. There's just really only a certain explanation for me. But I think sometimes people are overdramatic about Ariel. I think sometimes they are for sure. They overplay it. But sometimes, like when I see him advocating for Conor to get a title shot over Bilal, I'm like, nah. 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 No sirree, Bob. Mavov's win over Izzy is better than any win Fluffy or RDR have. I know. It shouldn't even be in the discussion. I still can't believe it's been 3 years since I went to the last UFC event. Time really flew by. It really did. Dude, the older you get, the quicker time goes by. Shara or Bo Nichols, who wins? Probably Bo. Shara's grappling is dog shit, man. Bo probably out wrestles him the entire fight. I'd pick Bo in that one. Damn, boys, I don't know what I'm doing tonight. I'm debating about what I'm doing. If I'm going to crank out a banger or what. I'm praying to the MMA gods for a good card. I think it'll be all right. Why do you think time feels like it's going by when you get older? Do you think it has something to do with how long you've been on Earth? I have no idea. I'm sure there's an explanation for it, but it definitely feels that way. Remember Ariel crying on the stream for getting fired by Dana? Shit was pathetic. It wasn't a good look for sure, even though I disagree with Dana. I'd love to see, but I kind of understood it. I would love to see Bo, 5 cents nickel, fight Hamzat in October. Yeah, give Bo an undeserved title shot. Why not? Plus, the Whitaker title shot glitch is real at middleweight. The last two challengers who become champion beat Rob to get their title shot, and RDR almost got it at 321. Yeah, if they were gonna put, if they wanted to give RDR a title shot, they should just gave it to him in October. Why not? You just give it to him in October and keep the division moving. Nasruddin could have got it early next year. It's because 1 year is smaller and smaller percentage of time you've been alive, so it seems faster. I know. I can't believe it's already September. It scares the fuck out of me. Bo is the textbook definition of why you can't have yes men in your corner. I just know he has buddies constantly telling him he'd run through Chimaev easily. Oh, I know. I know. I've been saying it forever. Dude surrounded by yes men. That's all it is. Bo doesn't deserve it, but it'd be fun to watch. Can we give Strickland and Bo a title shot at the same time? Can we give them, I mean, the same night? Not at the exact same time, but on the same night. I'd love to see that. Because he would run through both of them in the same night. You know what I mean? And it would be a beauty to see. An absolute beauty to see. But we'll probably never get to see those. Let's make Strickland versus Bo happen. I want to see greatest hate watch in channel history. I know Joey will be celebrating. No matter what happened, it would be beautiful. It would be absolutely beautiful regardless of what happened. Regardless of what happened, it would be just a sight to behold. Oh, man, would it be glorious. In my opinion, it should have been Hamzat versus Amavov, DDP versus RDR, and give Fluffy Strickland. Get that beta male soul boy out of the top 5. The fact that Strickland's still in the top 5 is an abomination, if you ask me. It really is an abomination. But that's just the way it is nowadays, I guess. It's annoying as hell. But for some reason, he gets defended. Like, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. He can be in the top 5. He beat Adesanya 3 years ago. Let's make Strickland versus Bo happen. I want to see I already read that. Damn, chat is really that dead. I guess I'm ending the stream, boys. I know we don't got a lot going on right now, and people want political talk. But I might as well go do my video. I've been getting too bummy with my videos lately anyway. I've been getting too fucking bummy with my videos lately anyway. So, I guess I'll go potentially record a video. We'll see how long it takes. It might not be out till tomorrow. But it's only 11:30. I might try to get it out. I might try to get it out tonight. Bang the Dan interview vid out ASAP. I'll do my best. Boys, I'm going to get out of here. Like the stream. Look, Fry shows up. It's extra bummy around here. It's extra bummy around here, man. Super bummy. Super, 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 super bummy. It's because people want political talk. I know that. I know what's going on tonight. I know it. I covered it a little bit in the beginning. We move on. And now people are like, I don't want to watch anymore. Typical Fries vibes. Bang on the Dana video. Yeah. Get out of here before the dono nuke comes in. Just any second now, waiting for a massive dono. Nah, I'm kidding. Any second now would be a real shame. I just got here out all. Can we start talking about the Rock? Oh my God! Don't even mention that shit. Don't even mention that shit. So, last night you said you were going to end and got off, and I found out you stayed another 2 hours and hit a goal. Tony, you got to pay attention, bro. You left too prematurely. But yeah, I'm going to go see if I can record this video real quick. So, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I will talk to you guys later. I got a receipt on a few of you guys. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel. I will make an Ankalaev 2 video when we get closer. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye and good night.